It's time, Australia, to wake up to sleep. It's scientifically proven to give us more energy, clearer judgment, and better memory. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
Can't pour from an empty cup. Take a break, talk it out, and look after yourself. Help build a culture where well-being comes first. Hit News Briefing.
Hey there, it's Zois with you. Temperatures are set to climb across much of the country again today, sparking fears of more bushfires. Homes have already been damaged or destroyed in parts of New South Wales and Tassie. The bombs issued fire and heatwave warnings for multiple states. Aussies are being urged to stay alert. One of South Australia's most infamous killers, Bevan Spencer von Einem, has died in prison. Premier Peter Malinauskas confirmed the convicted murderer, jailed for abducting and killing a 15-year-old in 1983, passed away while serving a life sentence. Investigations are underway after a woman was found dead in a parked car outside a police station. Officers found her in southern New South Wales yesterday afternoon. Tassie police have charged a man with murder after a woman's body was found on Hobart's eastern shore yesterday afternoon. Officers were called to a home in Montague Bay at around 2:30, responding to a welfare concern, and made the grim discovery inside. A 33-year-old man was arrested and charged. And a survey has found a quarter of retail and fast food workers have been subjected to physical violence in the past year.
Donate and fundraise to help the close to 1 million Australians with endometriosis. Find out how at endoaustralia.org.
Joe Root says it's crucial England turns up with the right attitude for day 3 of the second Ashes test at the Gabba. Australia holds a 44-run lead, ending yesterday on 6 for 378 after the visitors dropped 5 chances. He admits they didn't get it right to start with.
I think the way that we responded, especially towards the back end of the day, getting that cluster of wickets and then Stokesy backing that up, the wheels could have come off in, and then other times, and probably on a tour where I was captain, they would have.
Arrive alive. Drive to the conditions. Stay alert. Keep your distance. Take extra care on unfamiliar roads. And keep your phone out of sight. Hit weather. Late showers for the rest of today in Hobart. Tonight down to 8 and tomorrow mostly fine with a high of 17. Escape and unwind with Heart, our new music station, now on the Listener app.
It's time, Australia, to wake up to sleep. It's scientifically proven to give us more energy, clearer judgment, and better memory. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
When you shop local, you back the people in your community. Shop where it counts, right here in town, and help local businesses stay open and strong. Hit News Briefing.
Hey there, it's Zois with you. Up to 16 homes have been destroyed in New South Wales bushfires as conditions look to ease across the central and mid-north coast today.
We made it. We're still here. We just had to get everything's gone, like our memories and everything. All our clothes, all our possessions.
Local resident Tony Stellino on Sky there after losing his home. The state and federal governments have activated financial disaster assistance. New research shows the majority of us are stressed about the cost of Christmas, nearly 90% concerned about paying for everything, 68% of those surveyed looking for ways to save on groceries. Key Aussie landmarks will light up green and gold on Wednesday to mark the start of the under-16 social media ban. It'll coincide with sunset on the first day the new laws come into effect. And opposition leader Susan Lee's the most recent Polly to ditch holidays over summer. News Corps says the Liberal leader will instead be travelling the country, touting the party's policies.
If you or someone you love has been affected by cancer, call Cancer Council on 13 11 20 for information and support, because tackling cancer takes all of us.
is on the brink in Brizzy. England will resume at 6 for 134 on day 4 of the second Ashes Test. The visitors still 43 runs behind after yet another dominant day from the Aussies. Keeper Alex Carey praising his teammates.
The way that Starkey and Scotty Boland was able to, I guess, bat time, but also score runs and put us in a position to bowl when we would have liked to have bowled.
That audio from listener, skipper Ben Stokes and Will Jacks returned to the crease today, both on 4 runs.
Trucks can't stop like cars. Give them space. Stay out of blind spots and drive with patience. It's how we all get home safely.
Hit weather. Mostly cloudy for the rest of today in Hobart. Tonight down to 11 and tomorrow windy with a high of 23. Escape and unwind with Heart, our new music station, now on the Listener app.
It's time, Australia, to wake up to sleep. It's scientifically proven to give us more energy, clearer judgment, and better memory. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
Need immediate medical help? Calvary Leonard Valley Hospital's emergency department in Hobart is open 24/7. Trust Calvary for your emergency care, there when you need them.
Hit News Briefing.
Hi there, Tina Quinn with all the latest news headlines. Federal Energy Minister Chris Bowen is shaking up the battery subsidy scheme after a rush on large systems chewed through most of its $2.3 million budget in 6 months.
There will be an upgrade in the expenditure for the cheaper homes batteries policy of around $2 billion to around $7 billion.
It comes amid industry fears the flawed scheme is driving a boom-bust cycle that could empty the fund by mid-next year. Overseas, and Democrats have published more photos from Jeffrey Epstein's estate. It's part of their plan pressuring for the full and immediate release of the Epstein files. Donald Trump, Bill Gates, Richard Branson and Woody Allen are just some of the people seen in the photos. Reports today that the Albanese government quietly changed the rules to make it easier for pollies to claim taxpayer-funded travel. The Telly reports that the definition of party political duties was significantly expanded 6 weeks before the PM called the federal election earlier this year. And still no word on what type of cancer King Charles is battling, but he has said in a TV broadcast that he'll be able to reduce his treatment in the new year.
Donate and fundraise to help the close to 1 million Australians with endometriosis. Find out how at endoaustralia.org.
Is looking good in training on the Gold Coast. The Suns posted a clip to Instagram showing the former #1 draft pick's chase down tackle and reigning Brownlow medalist Matt Rowell. It excited everyone in attendance and certainly pleased the coaches after Jamara missed the entire 2025 season and most of the season beforehand. And the Wallabies have named their 40-man squad ahead of their camp in January. Queensland Reds prop Massimo DeLutis is the only uncapped player named, making his way back into the squad after a fractured wrist left him sidelined. And that's all the latest in sport.
Humans are social creatures and we need connection to feel good. Make sure to check in on your mates. A quick chat can change more than you think.
Hit weather. Checking weather, mostly fine skies for the rest of today in Hobart. Tonight getting down to 13 and tomorrow clearing showers with a high of 23. Escape and unwind with Heart, our new music station. Now on the Listener app.
It's time, Australia, to wake up to sleep. It's scientifically proven to give us more energy, clearer judgment, and better memory. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
Need immediate medical help? Calvary Leonard Valley Hospital's emergency department in Hobart is open 24/7. Trust Calvary for your emergency care, there when you need them.
Hit News Briefing.
Hi there, it's Damien Carven. A young woman is fighting for life after a hit and run on the Sunshine Coast last night. 8 pedestrians were struck in the incident. The 23-year-old woman suffering critical injuries. Her condition has not improved today. The alleged driver of the Toyota Yaris was arrested nearby a short time later. To the United States, and 2 people are confirmed dead with 8 more in a critical condition after a mass shooting at a university near Boston.
Brown, Providence and the FBI are currently in close coordination as they seek to find the shooter or shooters.
That's Providence Police Chief Tim O'Hara there. The gunman's still on the run after he moved through Brown University firing. President Donald Trump says he is praying for the victims. And Australia's Attorney General will be forced to cough up the cash for the cost of a week-long family trip to Perth after the expenses watchdog ruled some of Michelle Rowland's claims broke the rules. Taxpayers billed more than $21,000, $16,000 on family flights.
If you or someone you love has been affected by cancer, call Cancer Council on 13 11 20 for information and support, because tackling cancer takes all of us.
The Hobart Hurricanes are WBBL champions for the first time. Comfortable win last night over the Perth Scorchers at Ninja Stadium in Hobart. While the BBL gets underway tonight in Perth, the Scorchers with a scorcher at Optus Stadium are forecast 40 degrees today for the clash with the Sydney Sixers. Usman Khawaja says he's fully fit and ready to play in Adelaide as the Ashes series resumes on Wednesday. Veteran opener missed the first two tests with back spasms, turns 39 this week.
Before you buy online, check your local stores. You'll support local jobs, find real service and keep your community thriving, one purchase at a time.
Hit weather. Possible thunderstorm for the rest of today in Hobart. Tonight down to 8 and tomorrow clearing showers with a high of 16. Escape and unwind with Heart, our new music station, now on the Listener app.
It's time, Australia, to wake up to sleep. It's scientifically proven to give us more energy, clearer judgment, and better memory. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
Before you buy online, check your local stores. You'll support local jobs, find real service and keep your community thriving, one purchase at a time.
Hit News Briefing.
Hey there, it's Zois with you. Nationals leader David Littleproud says fear isn't only being felt in Bondi, it's nationwide. He's told Sky leadership is missing right now across the country.
There is anger and there is frustration, not just in Bondi, but in Western Queensland. I've never seen the fear in the people that I represent's eyes, apart from the 9/11 events, and what I saw on Monday morning. And they feel helpless because they feel leaderless.
He's also slammed Canberra's gun buyback scheme, saying it's a diversion to the real problem. Meanwhile, the growing floral tribute at Bondi will start to be removed on Monday morning. The Telly reports specialist crews alongside two Jewish groups will collect and keep the condolence cards, while Waverley Council will preserve the flowers. The Trump administration has published what appears to be the first lot of the Epstein files. Hundreds of thousands more documents, though, won't be released by the legal deadline. The search for a missing diver, Timothy Bennett, in far north Queensland has been called off, and over 100 staff at two major Aussie bookstores will walk off the job today over a new deal that would boost pay.
Donate and fundraise to help the close to 1 million Australians with endometriosis. Find out how at endoaustralia.org.
Dominance in Adelaide has come to an end on day 4 of the third Ashes test.
He's back pulling, upishly, trouble, deep square, sun in his eyes, caught it, head's gone, Crawley does magnificently, and this magnificent innings of Travis Head comes to an end and everyone stands at Adelaide Oval. 170
That audio thanks to listener. The Aussie lead's now beyond 400 runs. And the Brisbane Heat have put on the highest run chase in Big Bash history to beat the Perth Scorchers overnight.
Emergencies can strike at any time. Be ready, not sorry. Know your evacuation route before you need it. Pack an emergency kit and stay tuned for emergency alerts. Hit weather. Rain for the rest of today in Hobart. Tonight down to 14 and tomorrow mostly fine with a high of 25. And your music sorted with a curated playlist for every mood. Search music now on Listener.
It's time, Australia, to wake up to sleep. It's scientifically proven to give us more energy, clearer judgment, and better memory. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
If you or someone you love has been affected by cancer, call Cancer Council on 13 11 20 for information and support, because tackling cancer takes all of us.
Hit News Briefing.
Hi there, it's Damien Carven. At 6:47 p.m. tonight, Australians are being asked to light a candle exactly 1 week on from the Bondi terror attacks. The Prime Minister will join the Jewish community at Bondi Beach.
It will be a moment of pause to reflect and affirm that hatred and violence will never define us as Australians. The theme of the memorial service is a night of unity, light over darkness.
Well, Anthony Albanese has ordered a major review into whether law enforcement and intelligence agencies have the right powers, structures and processes in place. Follows calls for a federal royal commission from New South Wales Premier Chris Minns. 7 young men arrested in Sydney's southwest this week, so they were left shaken and now plan to take legal action against New South Wales police. And victim survivors of Jeffrey Epstein are demanding the remaining FBI files be released after thousands of documents dropped during the week. US Attorney General is now facing possible impeachment.
Donate and fundraise to help the close to 1 million Australians with endometriosis. Find out how at endoaustralia.org.
Concern for the Aussies as they try and wrap up the Ashes on day 5 at Adelaide Oval. Spinner Nathan Lyon hobbling from the field. Former keeper Brad Haddon telling Listener it looks like a hamstring.
It was the last ball last over. Nathan Lyon made his way around the boundary and dived with a magnificent save.
He's now headed off for scans, while England still in the middle at 7 for 308, needing 127 to win. And in NBL action later today, the Perth Wildcats taking on Tassie, while Sydney clash with Cairns.
Dawn and dusk are peak times for wildlife. Slow down, scan the roadside, and help protect our native animals and yourself from harm.
Hit weather.
Late showers for the rest of today in Hobart. Tonight down to 12 and tomorrow a possible shower with a high of 20. And your music sorted with a curated playlist for every mood. Search music now on Listener.
It's time, Australia, to wake up to sleep. It's scientifically proven to give us more energy, clearer judgment, and better memory. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
Giving to charity isn't just generous, it's powerful. Support causes that matter to you and help create lasting change right here in your community.
Hit News Briefing.
Hey, I'm Mikayla Savage. There are reports Ukraine's capital is under Russian attack, with residents told to stay in shelters. It's as Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky prepares to meet with Donald Trump this weekend to discuss details of a peace plan. Back home, the opposition leader wants the Prime Minister to recall Parliament so the coalition can move to establish a royal commission into anti-Semitism and the Bondi terror attack.
We will work with the government on our package, which is vital for truth, accountability and keeping Australians safe.
Susan Lee speaking there. Briefly, 7 boats have retired as this year's Sydney to Hobart yacht race continues. Masterlock Comanche remains in the lead ahead of Law Connect. And after battling a short illness over Christmas, the Cure guitarist and keyboard player Perry Bamonte has passed away. He was 65. In a statement, the band's described him as intuitive, constant and hugely creative. calling him a vital part of the cure story.
If you or someone you love has been affected by cancer, call Cancer Council on 13 11 20 for information and support, because tackling cancer takes all of us.
Labuschagne's struggles continue. Out for 8 this morning, edging a Boulder first slip. He's averaging just 24 runs for the series. Former Test captain Mikayla says there's an obvious flaw in his footwork.
He seems to be playing around that front paddock and getting very square on, facing almost straight down the pitch from a lot of deliveries he's playing, and that brings that outside edge into play. So, it's not rocket science. Top off's working very well for Martis.
And don't forget, you can catch every ball of the Ashes live on the Listener app.
Local radio reaches the ears that matter. Put your business on air and speak directly to your community. You'll stay top of mind and keep local alive.
Hit weather. Clearing showers for the rest of today in Hobart. Tonight down to 11 and tomorrow mostly fine with a high of 25. And your music sorted with a curated playlist for every mood. Search music now on Listener.
It's time, Australia, to wake up to sleep. It's scientifically proven to give us more energy, clearer judgment, and better memory. 40 Winks, serious about sleep.
When you shop local, you back the people in your community. Shop where it counts, right here in town, and help local businesses stay open and strong.
Hit News Briefing.
Hey, I'm Tessa Randello. Sydney is set to honour the victims of the Bondi terror attack as the country's biggest New Year's Eve fireworks. Pictures of a dove and the word peace will be projected onto the bridge with a minute's silence before midnight. While the Premier Chris Minns is urging people to attend festivities to reject violence, fear and anti-Semitism. A man's been arrested following investigations into the alleged stabbing death of a woman. Emergency services were called to a Sydney home just before 5 a.m. The woman, who's yet to be identified, was found inside. Police say another man also suffered stab wounds. Aussie families could be hit with increasing bills next year. A new report saying household fees could jump $2,000, including for housing, electricity, insurance and food. It also shows 30% now don't trust politicians to fix the problem. Briefly, the Ukrainian president is en route to the US for peace talks with Donald Trump, and Scallywag is holding the lead in the Sydney to Hobart. The first boat's expected to be in Hobart later today.
If you or someone you love has been affected by cancer, call Cancer Council on 13 11 20 for information and support, because tackling cancer takes all of it.
Up expecting 5 days of Ashes drama and got 2 days of chaos instead. The MCG pitch for the Boxing Day test copped heat from both camps, with players and legends slamming the surface so spicy not a single 50 was scored for the first time since 1932.
No 50s from either side, which is a very rare test match where no one makes a 50, and all the bowls prospered.
Former Aussie captain Mark Taylor there, and Brisbane debutant Tom Balkin delivered a double wicket final over to lead the Heat to a 7-point win over the Strikers.
Little feet move fast, so slow down in school zones. Stay alert and protect our children. Their lives depend on it.
Hit weather. Mostly fine for the rest of today in Hobart. Tonight down to 12 and tomorrow mostly fine with a high of 27. And your music sorted with a curated playlist for every mood. Search music now on Listener.